Guys, it's really really nice to actually do this on like a laptop with a camera set up,
Hmm.
and headphones and a microphone. Shout out to my friend Hermione. She gave them to me. I call her Hermione because she kind of looks like young Hermione Granger. But yeah, no, it just stuck. It stuck. And then apparently my nickname for her is Harry Potter because when I was younger, I used to look like Harry Potter, but whatever, you know.
That's sweet.
Shout out to her though.
You're like a foot and a half taller than Harry Potter.
No, 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 no. Seriously. Okay, okay. This is very, very true. I am about a foot and a half taller than Harry Potter, but you know what? It's okay. It's okay, boss. It's okay. Yeah, no, but I am excited. The Daniel Radcliffe guy is gonna be in the new Deadpool 3, so super excited to see him doing that. Not gonna lie, boss.
Nice.
All right, guys, it is 6 o'clock. Are you guys ready?
Let's do it.
All right, let's get this party started. Hello, 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 everyone, and welcome to the Midday Rush. I'm your host, T-Bone, and with me, as always, pushing the buttons, we have our dear Roma Nation.
Happy Thursday, y'all. Let's get it.
In our next chair, we have the lovely, lovely Elizabeth. How are you, dear?
How are you, Timon? I'm good. Thank you. Hello, everybody.
I am wonderful. Thank you very much for asking. And in our last chair, we have none other than the wise man himself, the grumpy man. Brian, how are you, good sir?
Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Midday Rush. We are live streaming on YouTube as I speak. I've put the link in the Discord chat if you want to join us over there. Later on today, we may get to a portion of the show where you might want to ask a question, come up on stage. The way the procedure is going to do for that is you raise your hand in if you're in Discord, you raise your hand, and I'll PM you a link to the Zoom call, and that's how that'll work. And for our YouTube watchers, well, I guess we still got to figure that one out. But anyway, let's carry on.
Let's get this party started. Thank you very much, Brian. And so, Roma, I don't really know what the very first article of today is, but you know what? You should really start us off, good sir.
All right. So this is from the Marine Corps Times.
Core.
Marine Corps. Corps.
Core.
Sorry.
Core, come on now.
Corps. Marine Corps plans to give some officers temporary promotions. The Marine Corps is seeking the authority to promote some of the officers of the rank of lieutenant colonel and colonel temporarily in a bid to fill jobs with shortages of leaders. These officers would receive the pay and wear the rank insignia commensurate with the higher grades while the occupy particular billets according to March 29th Marine Administrative Message. Quote, this pilot program would temporarily promote qualified Marine Corps officers critical skills so they why can I read today? With critical skills while they are filling key billets. Let's see. The Navy Secretary Carlos del Toro would designate which billets are eligible for the Marine Corps spot promotions, according to Eason. The Army and Navy already have similar programs called beret promotions and spot promotions, respectively. Marine majors and lieutenant colonels will be eligible for the promotions in fiscal year 2026, according to the Marine Administrative Message. Quote, this pilot, like other talent management initiatives, allows the service to better leverage Marines' talents and incentivizes retention. And he's referring to the Corps' plan to focus on keeping experienced Marines from leaving the service. All right. So I was not in the military, but Brian, you are. So would you like to start off with some keynotes?
Well, yeah. So, as the article noted, the Army has a program. It's actually the brevet promotion is actually more of a it's more of an art. It's more of a historical thing. I can't remember the last time anyone received a brevet. But the brevet promotion, like in the Civil War era was more of an award than it was an actual promotion. Although it was a promotion, but it was really more of an award. What the Army does now, the process is called frocking. So, let's say you're a major, but you are promotable to lieutenant colonel, and they assign you to a lieutenant colonel assignment. maybe a battalion command, brigade executive officer, something like that. What they will do is they will go ahead and frock you. They will pin the rank on you, and everyone has to treat you as if you're that higher rank. But in frocking, they don't get the pay. You get to wear the rank, but you don't get the pay.
Like an internship, like
Well, it's like
probationary.
well, it's like okay, we'll recognize you that in 6 months when when the promotion list comes out, you're going to be on it. You'll be able to pin it. You'll pin on for real in 6 months. But for now, since you're doing the job anyway, we're going to let you wear the rank that goes along with the job.
Okay.
What the Marine Corps is talking about here, they're actually talking about actual early promotion. So,
Mm.
uh, and that kind of tells you how if the Marine Corps is considering doing this, talking about doing this, we've got a bad. Normally, the Marine Corps has the best officer retention rate of any of the services, and if they're having to do this, wow, we're in trouble, folks. We're in trouble.
The
Well, the
Marines are
Marine-
supposed to be the baddest of the bad, the best of the best, right, Brian?
They have the reputation, but what I'm saying here is if they're having trouble retaining officers, and we're talking about we're talking in the company and field grades, we're talking about captains, majors, lieutenant colonels, uh, and what you got to understand is when you get that 10-year point in an officer's career, you have to make a decision. That's typically the point you're a senior captain, you're looking at major. If you go ahead and take that promotion major, then what you're doing is you're signing up for the long haul. You're signing up to go at least 20 because if you get out past the 10-year mark at the 12 or 15-year mark, how marketable are you? How are you going to be able to translate that into a civilian career that after 20 years is going to give you the same pension that the military will?
Well, Brian, what are the pensions actually looking like, if you don't mind me asking? Like, is it better the higher ranking you are, or like
Oh, of
how
course.
exactly does that work?
Of course, the way it works is well, they've kind of changed up some formulas now because there's things like thrift savings plan and all that. But basically, say you're in for 20 years, right? When you retire, they will calculate your pension at your highest grade that you've held for at least 3 years.
Mm.
Okay, okay,
So,
that makes sense.
so yeah, that's how they calculate that.
So
So
you have
obvious.
to like tack on those years. Yeah.
So obvious, and after 20 years though, your percentage increases. 20 it's 50, at 22 it's higher, at 24 it's higher. Yeah. So the longer you stay in, of course, the higher rank you're going to get because as an officer, you don't get promoted; they boot you out. It's up or out. So, uh, I don't know. I mean, I'm glad to see the Marine Corps being flexible enough to say, hey, we have a problem. This is a fix, but this is really a band aid. If they got to figure out the retention piece. This is a band aid, and it'll only work for so long.
Right.
Is there a history of? Oh, I'm sorry, Roma. Go ahead.
No, you're good. You're good.
I was just gonna ask: is there a history of military men who are in that frocking program that do that kind of like 6 month probation period and don't make it into a higher officer? Like, is there like a
okay,
high?
so I have seen it happen where a guy gets frocked, and he goes into I think he gets frocked. He goes into a battalion command position, or he was chosen. He was chosen for command. He was a fast track guy, and they wanted
Right.
him in there. Well, he got in there, and he really wasn't ready for the job. And after less than a year in command, he requested relief. I think by that time he'd actually had the rank for real. He'd actually earned the rank. He was actually a lieutenant colonel at that time. But at the time he took over that battalion, he was still technically a major.
Mm.
So.
And like, if you don't mind me asking, what is that on the ranking?
Okay, a major.
Like just a step. Yeah.
A major is the lowest field grade officer. Majors can command battalions. I mean, it's happened before. Uh, Lieutenant colonels typically command battalions, battalion size
Got it.
units. Uh,
That was my stepmother. My stepmother was lieutenant colonel,
okay.
and she
Oh,
she
cool.
she got out at 26 years.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow. 26 years she put into the service. Wow.
Yeah.
Mhm.
That's crazy.
Yeah, that's amazing.
So
Yeah,
anyway,
even
thanks for letting me kind of cover this one a little bit more in depth, Roman.
yeah, no problem. And to close this one out, I think that you know, how about bringing back the Marines that they disqualified over COVID and giving them like $100,000 sign back on bonus?
Not
They'll
only
come
not
back,
only the Marines, but
All of
every
them.
every branch.
All of
all
them.
of them.
Mm-hmm.
Every
Mm-hmm.
single one of them. And
Mhm.
okay, maybe not $100,000, but maybe like $50,000 sign on after a year. And then that will at least entice them to stay at least a couple of years. You know, because I think that's the worst disservice, and I think that's probably part of the reason why they're so depleted is because of that.
Absolutely.
So they should be able to do something about that. And especially with what's going on all across the world, we're not going to have enough people to keep guard to make sure that things don't escalate out of control. So,
Nope.
this is probably something that we need to keep an eye on. Anyways, let's move on to Newsmax. Law mandates kill switch in all cars starting in 2026. Now, we covered this a couple of weeks ago. I know that they were thinking about it, but the very next day they ended up passing it. So
Kill switch? What are you talking? Like somebody can like override your car? What are we talking here, boss?
well, I think it explains in the article. So let me continue here. All right.
Okay.
So take a closer look at the infrastructure bill. They jammed through section 24220, snuck inside the recently passed $1.2 trillion legislation in a proposal to have a lockout device to be installed in all new cars. This is no joke and has already passed in Congress and the House. As Law Enforcement Today reports, the infrastructure bill includes a drunk driving kill switch in all cars. Some worry government will abuse it. Drunk driving appears to be a cover for what can occur. The possibility for abuse is clearly something which bears watching. This could also give access to outsiders with spyware and hackers. Once you open up access to the electronics, it can be misused by the government, preventing you from driving during lockdowns and national health emergencies. Then opens up access to criminals with bad intentions, as computer hackers could seize control of these vehicles. This is a huge safety concern, and finally, elected officials are realizing this is more serious issue than they thought before passing the bill. Take a closer
Isn't
look. Go ahead.
isn't this already possible though? Well, not fully possible, but technically with the newer models, you can technically hack it or
I mean,
yes,
if
no,
you
maybe
if you
so.
have if you have a vehicle that's internet capable,
It's
and
hackable.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
it's hackable.
So all the Teslas can just be. I mean, like
Yep.
I would presume
Technically, yes. Technically, yes, they could. It's funny because there was a movie that just came out a couple months ago. Remember that?
Yeah.
Where all the Teslas like just
Oh
started
yes,
chasing
I
people
saw I
around. Yeah.
saw I saw the trailer for that. Yeah, it was odd. But yeah, no, I definitely understand what you're saying. I think we should probably go back to, the car models of like the 1970s or so,
Mhm.
where it was an actual, engine in the,
They
Now,
could
part where the
now,
engine's at.
they could honestly remake Maximum Overdrive, but now it'll be a documentary.
yeah, pretty
Oh
Huh.
much.
gosh.
Yeah, I mean, if you really think about it, like, yes, I understand about drunk drivers and high speed chases and things like that, but honestly, what they should do is if this is what they're going to pass, then they should have an access command list that should be brought up anytime. You should be able to download an app, and if anytime your car decides to shut off, it should tell you exactly why. so that at least in none of this like, you know, generic messages that pop up, somebody is within a certain amount of time is going to have to write exactly the reason why this happened and send it in. And at least now you'll have transparency, because this is going to happen. I mean, they've already passed it. It's going to be signed, and it will be used against us. I'm not even going to sugarcoat it. It's going to be used against us.
Yep.
All right.
There's no question about it.
No
so
getting around it.
don't get the newer models of cars, I guess.
Yeah.
And of course they're gonna promote it too by saying,
Oh yeah,
"Oh,
they're
this
gonna
is
they're
to
gonna
help
promote it
with-"
as something so
Well,
good, but
No,
yeah, for
so
everyone's safety.
now
Yeah.
here's what they're going to do. It's going to become an insurance thing. It's going to become you won't be able to get insurance unless your car has this kill switch on it.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. You're absolutely right.
Because
I
that's
mean,
the
it's
same
al-
thing
it's
they do
already
with seatbelts.
Yep.
it's already hard to get insurance, for like younger people, and it's probably going to be even harder in the future if people don't want to do this. I mean,
Right.
I sure don't want to do that. I mean,
Yeah. And I'm pretty sure that like somebody within the first year is going to find a way to hack this system.
oh,
yeah.
100%. Maybe
They're
within the
gonna find-
first 6 months.
Yeah, first 6 months, and not just hackers, but also people that just
Regular
don't
people.
want to be followed.
Yeah.
Are going to find. That's going to go through the roof in the black market. So, but do you think that this is possibly something that could be connected to the FISA bill being passed?
Possibly.
Yep.
I mean, how many billions of dollars was put to that bill?
$1.2 trillion.
Oh, not
Oh.
even in the billions. We're in the T for the trillions. Even worse. Great.
Yeah.
Exactly. Here, let me finish up here. So, when the $1.2 trillion infrastructure bill passed last year, there was a clause added for the purpose of cutting down on drunk driving, preventing high-speed chases, and overall reduction in dangerous situations. And this would mean that any system that will require vehicles to be connected to wireless networks, which isn't much of a stretch since a majority of new cars and virtually all electric vehicles come with standard Wi-Fi capability and automatic updates. General Motors, one of the leading car manufacturers to include in-car internet connectivity over 10 years ago through its OnStar system. Last November, former U.S. Rep Bob Barr warned that such devices are privacy disaster in the making. I agree. With further warning, the law is disturbingly short on details. So, yeah, that would be the hardest part, is that not only will they be able to control your car, but they'll know exactly where you are at all times. So if you're in the middle of the
have
woods,
that with your phone, but I mean, yeah, just make it even worse with your car.
but you can turn off your phone.
Oh, that's true.
I mean, but when it comes to like these, when it comes to electric cars, you can't really unplug them.
Right.
Unless the batteries are dead. And even then, I'm pretty sure they can still figure out a way to get to you. But anyways, yeah, scary to say the least. Moving on to NBC News. Columbia University president grilled about campus anti-Semitism at congressional hearing. What's her name? Manat Manouche Shafiq. There we go. Is the latest Ivy League president to testify about anti-Semitism on campus before the Committee of Education on the Workforce. Columbia University president strongly denounced anti-Semitism during a congressional hearing Wednesday, saying that after Hamas' October 7th attack, quote, the world changed and so did my focus. Anti-Semitism
The world changed after 9/11, guy. Come on now.
Right. Anti-Semitism has no place in our campus, and I am personally committed to doing everything I can to confront it directly. President Nemat Manouche Shafiq told Republican-led House Committee on Education and the Workforce Israel was brutally attacked by Hamas terrorists, and very soon it became clear that these horrific events would ignite fear and anguish across our campus. Shafiq faced questions about her handling of anti-Semitism on campus after October 7th, alongside two members of Columbia's Board of Trustees and the head of the university's anti-Semitism task force. They actually have those. She faced particular scrutiny for how the university handled faculty members who made comments about Hamas that were perceived as anti-Semitic. Tim Walberg, Republican from Michigan, grilled Safik about Joseph Massad, a tenured professor at Columbia's Middle Eastern, South Asian, and African Studies Department, who published comments in October calling Hamas attack a stunning victory.
Wow.
I do. Wow.
Wow.
Holy cow, bro.
That is whoa. I mean, talk about your free speech. I mean,
I've said it before. I've said it again. It is time to defund these university endowments.
Mm-hmm.
Well, not only for that reason, but also because these students are going into these schools smart and leaving them dumber. I mean, there are studies on this. Like, don't.
Mm-hmm.
It's crazy.
Oh, everyone
It's
repeat after
absolutely
me.
wild.
Everyone repeat after me. College is a
What's up?
scam. College is a scam.
Oh yeah,
College is a
figured
scam.
that part out. It's not even good for the parties. I'd say the parties are like mid.
I would
Mhm.
would say
not
it's a
even that good.
racket.
that's
Definitely.
funny. Let's see. I do condemn the statement. I'm appalled at what I said. Shafiq responded, he has been spoken to. The hearing became particularly heated when Representative Elise Stefanik, pressed Shafiq about why Massad is still listed on Columbia's website as the chair of the Academic Review Committee. Stefanik asked Shafiq for her commitment and Massad would be removed as chair, and Shafiq said she would get back to her. Stefanik also questioned Shafiq about Mohammed Abdu, a visiting professor in the Middle East Institute of Columbia. She referred to an October 11th post on Facebook in which Adu wrote, quote, "Yes, I'm with the," I'm not reading that word, but it stands for the resistance, be it Hamas and Hezbollah and Islamic Jihad, but up to a point. When she asked about the consequences, Shafiq said Abdul will never work at Columbia again. All right, moving on. This is the register.com, and this is something that everybody on the Discord should be listening to.
Yes.
All right. So, FYI, this site claims to have harvested 4 billion plus Discord chats. Today, all yours for a price. Updated internetscaping outfit spy.pet claims to have harvested more than 4 billion public messages made by nearly 620 million users on more than 14,000 Discord chat servers and is selling access to this trove. The service, for lack of a better word, has been active since November of 2023, vacuuming up user and server activity without any sign of an opt-out. Yes, all the info is already public in a way. Discord is kind of like IRC on steroids, and it's a reminder that it's not impossible to gather up all this chatter using bots for various purposes. If not surveillance, then training AI models. The website presents the data as collected several ways. Each known user has a profile which contains all known aliases, pronouns, connected accounts to other platforms such as Steam and GitHub, Discord servers joined, and public messages. If you wanted to quite literally spy on a Discord user or users, spy.pet lets you do that for a fee. Indeed, pursuing the privacy smashing website database isn't free. Users have to buy credits to look up profiles, access archives of conversations, and search for servers without having to sit through a cooldown time. Each credit costs 1 cent, and as user profile costs 10 credits to access, 7 for catch profiles, it costs just $0.1 to look someone up. Of course, spy.pet only takes cryptocurrency as payments. I want to test this theory. And see if I can get all the Brett Max messages.
Ooh.
Just kidding, folks. Just kidding. Brett, I'm just kidding. All right. So, how is this legal?
Yeah, it's nuts.
Man, you tell me, bro. I don't know.
And just a quick shout out to our loyal viewer Vashnik. He's the one that found this article and sent it my way. So thank you so much, Vashnik. Along with 2 other articles that are in the dump today, you are a G, because this is super important. This is insane. I don't even have the words.
Rick, privacy is not an illusion. You have your own privacy if you do absolutely nothing. But if you sign up to a site, you give it all away by that, please collect the terms of service and agreements and blah, 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 blah. Yeah. I've read a couple of those. I've read a couple of those on Xbox, and I was like, ugh.
It's true. It's true. How many times have you like signed on to something or started up a video game and it's like, all right, you got to read the terms of service and it's like 17,000 pages long. How many of you have actually sat there and read it word for word? Be honest. Really.
Well, no, because it's like 500 pages long, and you're like, okay, so I guess they're covering everything on their end,
Yep.
and then also stating that they don't have to cover anything on your end.
Yep.
But here's this new platform.
Yep. And that gives them like total credence to go against any, to not have any legalities thrown at them because they gave you a disclaimer. They gave you the opportunity to read it.
They gave you opportunity to say, hey, you don't have to be on this site, but everybody else is on this site. Anyways, moving on to scanner.com by the lovely Hannah Claire Brimlow.
What?
Love it. Senate dismisses both impeachment articles against Mayorkas. We saw that coming. The Senate has never foregone a trial during the nation's 21 previous impeachments over the last 150 years. The United States Senate dismissed the 2 articles of impeachment filed against the Secretary of Homeland Security. This marks the first time in the nation's history that a Senate has eschewed the impeachment trial process. There had been 21 impeachment trials involving federal judges, cabinet secretary, senator, and 3 presidents. The House of Representatives voted to impeach Secretary Alejandro Mayorkas on February 13th. The chamber found that Mayorkas was derelict in his duty as he had willfully refused to comply with the law that breached the public's trust. The Senate received the articles on April 16th, triggering a trial on a cabinet member. Democrats currently control the chamber and were expected to dismiss the charges or vote against the convicting Mayorkas. On April 17th, the Senate voted 51-48 to dismiss the first article alleging Mayorkas' failure to secure the nation's southern border amid rising legal crossings, human trafficking, and drug smuggling was willful. The voters were split. Okay. Along party lines, with Democrats calling the charge, quote, unconstitutional. Democracy. Senator Lisa Murkowski of Alaska was the only Republican not to vote against dismissing the first article of impeachment, opting instead to vote President. The Senate then voted 51-49 to toss the second article of impeachment against Mayorkas regarding the breaching of public trust. The charges brought against Secretary Mayorkas failed to meet high standard, high crimes, and misdemeanors, said Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer of New York while speaking on the floor. To validate this gross abuse of the House would be a grave mistake and could set a dangerous precedent for the future because, we've got 7 different ways to Sunday of getting back at you. Anyways, Senate Republicans have pushed for a full trial, and throughout consideration of the articles brought against Mayorkas, at least 43 of the Senate's 46 Republicans co-signed a letter to Schumer demanding that he properly adjudicate the charges against the cabinet of the Homeland Security Secretary. Now, Brian, I have a question for you.
Yes.
So why is it important to at least push through the trial?
Because it's a constitutional requirement.
What else? Well, I mean, that's first and foremost, right? But what about discovery?
Yeah, I mean, they quash it, then there's no. So they've quashed this, so there's no investigation, there's no discovery, there's no. Yeah, I mean, normally when the Senate does a cabinet level impeachment, normally what they do is they form a committee. They'll have a select committee to consider the charges, and then most of the actual trial takes place in that committee, and then the committee will report back to the Senate recommending, either a dismissal or or not, and that's how that normally goes. But this is unprecedented. This is completely political. This is Schumer circling the wagons around his boy, and it's a complete breach of the Constitution, and it's a complete breach of Senator Schumer's office as the majority leader in the Senate, and it comes as absolutely zero surprise to me.
Right. You know, what they should have done is every single person that was directly affected by this border issue, they should have brought them all into Congress and then made them sit there in the Senate
Yeah.
while they voted against it.
Like victim impact statements.
Exactly.
Right.
Not even no, don't even have a statement. Just have them sit right there and wait for
Staring.
them to sit. Yep, have them
Right.
staring at them and then
Right.
see what happens.
I agree. And what's this whole thing about voting present? Can we stop that? Like, is there something that somebody can say about, listen, if you are appointed to Congress as a servant to the people, as a representative,
Well,
or what have you, you have to vote. And if you
Mhm.
don't think you're strong enough to put your opinions up front, then you shouldn't be going in for office.
unfortunately, Elizabeth, each house is the final arbiter of its own rules of procedure, and the Senate allows for a present vote, and nobody but the United States Senate can change that.
How convenient.
Right.
That's crazy.
Okay, but like the present vote is more or less meaningless. That you're not picking either side. So why did they ever institute it?
You
Good
just
question.
answered your own question.
It's kind of, yeah, it's kind of like, why, so you're asking like, why did it even, like, why was it even put in as a thing if it just kind of like derails
Yeah,
any kind of progress in
because
either
if
direction?
everybody just says present, then nothing happens. Absolutely nothing happens. So why have it?
Because it's put in as a deflection tactic to waste time.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think Abraham Lincoln, George Washington, or Ben Franklin, or any of the other guys would have liked that very much. I'm not gonna lie to you, unless they're the ones who put it in. I don't think they did though. I don't think that's stupid.
I'm actually not sure. Or was it something where there was like a loophole where they were able to implement it without going against anything in Constitution?
I guess we'll see. We'll have to see, but this is going to have ramifications in the future. I promise you.
Oh, yes.
And honestly, if I were just some random person in the house, I would. I'm not telling them what to do. I'm not saying to do anything illegal, but if it is legal, I would do what they did during the Twitter files and just throw all this stuff at the independent media and see what happens.
Right.
They would fight over it like sharks.
They sure would.
It's like a feeding frenzy for sharks. Ooh.
Absolutely. All right. It is 6:31. T-Bone. Do you know what time it is?
It is time for me to win. Brian,
Uh-oh.
take us away.
All right, it's that time of evening where we play everyone's favorite midday rush game, or at least mine. It's called Be or Not. I'm going to present two headlines, which you can already see on my virtual camera if you're in the Discord, if you're watching on YouTube. One of these headlines comes from the Babylon Bee. The other one comes from a quote-unquote legitimate news source. Your job is to pick out the B headline. Are you ready?
I, sir, am ready. Hit me with the headlines, please.
First headline. Trump legal team skeptical about impartiality of juror number 6.
Juror number 6? Why not juror number 7? Come on now. Being a little biased here. Whatever.
Headline number
Continue.
2. Students in Utah walk out in protest of school allowing furries to terrorize them.
Wait, no, I heard about this story. They had these kids, they had a walkout because there's whatchamacallit?
I'm recusing myself.
Kitty litter thingy-mabobbers in the bathrooms for the furries. And this is a true thing. I have seen it with my own 2 eyes. I've seen pictures. It's weird. I don't understand it. So I'm gonna go with the first one. I think that's how we play this game. The fake article.
Yes.
Is the one we're going for, and
Yes.
that means number 1 is fake, and number 2 is real because I saw it, and it is
Well,
real.
okay.
I don't know.
Apparently, I chose poorly. I thought I thought the whole furry thing would throw people off, but apparently it did not.
No.
So, all right. No need for a poll. There's no,
No
need
No
for a
need
poll.
for a poll
No
because
need
you
for
know
a poll.
what?
So
This is
I
a
will go
little-
ahead and I will reveal the B headline and yeah, go ahead
Yup.
and do your celebration, Tito.
Stop. New celebration. All T-Bone does is win, no matter what.
Look at this. Look at this
matter.
picture.
What? No matter what, dude. Why is homie wearing a is that Hillary Clinton wearing a
Yeah.
mustache?
Yeah.
That's
mustache.
Hillbilly Clinton.
It's a mustache.
Disturbing. That's a disturbing photo. Sorry. You know
That
what?
is too funny.
Speaking about disturbing photos, guys, it is time for my favorite time of the day. Guys, it is time for Caption This, where I, T-Bone, give you a photo and you give me a caption. Guys, today we're going with a little bit of Statue of Liberty. However, you know what? She's sad. She's crying. She's pouting because you know what? The Twin Towers are behind her. I don't know if you guys see it, but I'm pretty sure that's the Twin Towers behind her. So this is pre 9/11. Guys, give me your captions. It's not a messed up photo today. You know, I will say not a messed up photo today, but it's a photo that I believe you guys can make very funny. I think. Yeah, Rick, I know. We spoke about this a little bit earlier in the day, and it's more or less of the Statue of Liberty. Very very sad at the state of the United States of America because it's no bueno. It's no bueno. At least personally, it's no bueno. A lot of problems at the moment. I don't want to go down the laundry list, but I will say that Abraham Lincoln, Ben Franklin, Thomas Jefferson, George Washington, and all the rest of the guys who signed the Declaration of Independence, they'd probably be very upset with, what's going on in the United States at the moment. But that's just my personal opinion, guys. That is.
I said tired and hungry, not furry and feral. That gets a 20. That gets a 20.
That's good.
Hey, Biddy, you keep an eye on the YouTube chat, see if anything good comes in there.
Yeah,
Yes,
I
sir.
am also. I'm taking a look at the Discord, and honestly, guys, I'm not seeing anything. I'm not seeing anything good yet, guys. Come on now.
Oh gosh, Vashnik says in YouTube when your sister is about to start World War III, because there's a sister Lady Liberty in France.
Is there really? Wait,
No.
I thought France is the one who gifted us the Lady Liberty, like back in like the 1900s.
It was gifted by Queen Victoria. So France has one, I believe. Yes, and we have the other.
All right, so I'm going to go ahead and read these one by one. So
Yeah,
the people that
I'm not
can't
seeing
see
any good ones yet.
these captions, you're going to have a fun time with this one. All right.
Yeah.
So we've got "Forgive them, Father, for they do not know what they do." Then we've got "I said tired and hungry, not furry and feral."
Yeah, that's good.
All right, then we've got "Lady Liberty crying after Biden wins 2024." And then we've got "Big girls don't cry." And we've got "The 2020 election results came in." Then we've got Bill Murray to play peekaboo with Statue of Liberty in Ghostbusters 6. And we've got "And where did Biden touch you?"
Oh,
I got a couple.
And then
America's Weeping Angel, and it's all a bad dream. I'm gonna wake up and everything's gonna be fine. No, it's not. It's
No,
the building is still on fire, guys.
All right, then I'm going to continue by yours truly. "The illegal immigrants even took my torch. When will this stop?" Then we've got, I can't believe Biden is still alive. Man, we got a lot of Biden haters in here.
But
Yeah,
my
this
goodness.
this
really
is
do.
good
Oh,
picture
guys.
today.
Robinette is the strongest, most intelligent, most spry president we've
Spry.
ever had.
Not a word.
Oh my goodness.
Good word. Good word.
Spry.
Let's see.
Yeah, Robinette is very, very spry.
Oh yes, we've got Lady Liberty forgot the mayo on the sandwich for Trump. Lady Liberty embarrassed by overly inviting inscription she postures. Liberty gets chosen for Trump's jury.
Jeez.
Snippy, you get a 20 for that one. Yeah, you get a 20 for that one. That was funny. What do we got? It's all a bad dream. I'm gonna wake up and everything's gonna be fine. America's weeping angel. No more poor. I'm tired. If they can't, if I can't see them, they can't see me.
Oh yeah, it's just like when you're a little kid and like you see like a shadow in like the corner of your room. So you pull the blanket over your head and you're just like, hey, the ghost can't see me. The ghost can't see me. Guy, you're just like you're an idiot. Like face your fears. I'm sorry, guys. Face your fears. Put the blanket down. Stand up and say, all right, let's go around.
We got one more from YouTube. They thought I said bring me your tired and weak. I didn't mean the whole world.
I don't get it. What?
Oh my goodness. All right, so it looks like we've
If
got...
Biden was the 15th Doctor, then the weeping angels look like this. What?
No, I'm gonna put this in.
My OnlyFans got doxxed.
Michael Obama's is bigger than mine. What? Dude, what are you talking about? Caboose? Huh?
Allegedly.
Fucking white liberals.
What?
We'll tell you later.
Okay, you'll tell me when I'm older? Sure.
Yes.
Yes, we'll tell you when you grow up.
Yeah, you know what, Roma? It's this tall to tell me what the answer is. Come on now.
Oh boy. All right. So I'm gonna take the best 3 today.
She
That's
saw the
good.
shipping charges get to El Salvador. Huh?
Eh.
Guys, what? Do we have an announcement?
Oh yeah.
Ooh. Guys, should we wait on the announcement or should we say the announcement right now?
Well, I mean, Lynch already has it in big bold in the chat.
I know, I see. Guys, tonight on Timcast IRL on YouTube at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time is none other than Danielle D'Souza. Gill? Is that Dinesh D'Souza's daughter?
I don't know.
Oh, I don't know.
Or my sister, maybe? I don't know.
His sister? Dude,
Let me see.
I don't think it's his sister.
Stiffy says daughter.
It's his daughter, bro. It's his daughter, bro. There's no way this is the wife. No. She's a wife to real Brandon Gill. She's a mom. She's a former advisory board for the Women for Trump. She's pro-life author, The Choice, the Abortion Divide in America, A1 policy, and she will be voting for Trump in 2024. At least that's what her Twitter X profile says.
And her baby is so cute.
Oh, is it?
Aw.
All right.
Yes, her baby is
So
very.
we're
very
doing
cute.
this. Caption this up.
Guys.
3,
Let's get these
1,
captions.
Go.
Are we going for like to vote on the best caption boss?
Yes, we are.
Ooh, I cannot wait. I want to vote on my favorite one. So the 3 choices we have is the illegal immigrants even took my torch. When will this stop? Liberty gets chosen for Trump's jury, and I said I'm tired. I said tired and hungry, not furry and feral. Dude, what? Guys, I'm gonna go with number C. Guys, I said tired and hungry, not furry and feral. Because, Lady Liberty, she be sad, bro. She be sad. You know what? Actually, no, you know what? I'm gonna change my vote to A. The illegal immigrants even took my torch. When will this stop? Guys, it's pretty sad that yeah. Yeah.
There we go. And we've got a
Even though I
winner.
didn't win. It's okay.
And the winner
okay.
of Caption This is I said tired and hungry, not furry and feral.
Yeah.
Is that Aaron?
There
Did
we
she
go.
strike again?
Mm-hmm.
You struck gold.
You struck gold. Congratulations, Aaron. You have won twice now, from my understanding. We already have a meme. Wow,
Oh,
Lee.
yeah,
you
Lee
are
is-
you are on it today, Lee. I know your setup is amazing, but man,
Yeah, he's
dude,
got like
these
27 screens.
right. Right.
are really good stuff.
For
really good
real.
stuff, guy. I like it. You know what? You know what, boss? How about we show a couple of them, or should we try and get Aaron?
Here,
up
let me
here?
see. I got you. So yeah, you can bring her up while I pull some of this.
Hey, Aaron, would you like to say something to your lovely people that you've won for now the second time? Yeah, you're on mobile. It's cool, man.
Okay.
Oh, and you're cooking dinner. Yeah, you're cooking dinner like the good mom that you are. Congratulations. Good job. Good on you. Cooking dinner like a good mom.
What you cooking?
Yo, yeah, that's actually a really good question. What are you cooking? Can you smell what the Rock is cooking? No, sir, I cannot.
Nope.
I can only smell what Aaron's cooking. Sorry.
All right. So it looks like we got about 10 minutes left, and we got 3 articles. So what do you say?
Yeah. Are we gonna go? Are we gonna go for rapid fire?
Oh yeah, straight rapid fire.
Oh,
Alright.
let me get set. What's the next one you're going to? The
Looks
Hill.
like sltrib.com.
Huh?
SLT.
The fact check.
SMNLOP? What?
Uh,
I mean, yeah,
Oh.
it's the furry article.
Yeah,
oh,
skip-
yeah, we can skip that one. We've already kind of covered it.
Yeah, we
that
did.
that's just
Okay.
support for the
Yeah,
last
yeah,
article.
yeah,
but
yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
Gotcha. And then
The
we got
furries.
finance at Yahoo.
Dude, the
Uh,
one that I put in.
Tariffs.
Come on now. I want to be able to contribute.
All right, T-Bone, which one is yours?
The one that I put in
The University
Yes,
of
University of Idaho.
Mhm.
Yeah, the University of Idaho is talking about some with cell phones and some. I don't know, man.
All right, so this is from
take it away, boss.
All right, so this is from NBC News. University of Idaho murder suspect says cell phone data proves he was out driving at the time of the slayings. Attorneys for Brian Kohlberger, who had indicted on charges of murder last May, said that his alibi is confirmed by location of his mobile device. The legal team of the suspect accused of killing 4 University of Idaho students in 2022 said that the cell phone tower data proves he was out driving late at night and miles away when they were killed. Attorneys for Brian Kohlberger, who was indicted on charges of murder by a grand jury last May, said that a new court filing Wednesday that his alibi was confirmed by the location of his mobile device. All 4 victims, Madison Mogan, 21, Kaylee Goncalves, 21, Zena Kernoodle, I hope I said that right, 20, and Ethan Chepin, 20, were stabbed to death in the early hours of November 13th, 22, in their off-campus residence in Moscow, Idaho. DNA from a knife sheath left the crime scene led investigators to Kohlberger, prosecutors said. Kohlberger's legal team had previously argued that he was out driving alone at the time of the killings, but now they have pledged to call an expert witness to say that they can prove it by using cell phone data. Kohlberger, who lived in the town of Pullman, Washington, 9.5 miles away from Moscow, was arrested in Pennsylvania in December as he pled not guilty. He was a doctoral student at the Washington State University studying criminal justice and criminology. Oh, wow.
He is-
oh,
Oh,
I mean, he's
man.
hitting the profile. He's hitting the profile.
remember that the news, it was like a newscast where a guy was like, we're looking for a murder of this guy in this sketch, and it looked exactly like him. I'll see if I can find him.
I've
I'll
seen,
see if I
my
I've
can
seen that.
gosh.
I've seen that. It's pretty funny.
Yeah.
It's like an exact replica of the guy hosting. And just like, dude, like, do you see the photo guy? It's basically you, bro. Come on now.
Yeah.
That's
Public
crazy.
defender Ann C. Taylor filed legal papers in the county of Latah on Wednesday
Latah.
in response to the state's demands for details on the claimed alibi. Kohlberger's team intends to rely on the testimony from cell phone tower data expert C-Ray or Cy-Ray, an experienced military and law enforcement instructor who could say they proved their client was miles away from Moscow at the time of the crime. Ray has testified in many criminal cases, including homicides. Probable cause advocate last year argued that security video showed a white Hyundai Elantra was spotted near the scene. Investigators said it was driven by Kohlberger. The Wednesday filing said Kohlberger's car could not be the same one as he didn't travel that far east on the night in question. If not disclosed, Mr. Ray's testimony will also reveal that the critical exculpatory evidence further corroborating Mr. Kohlberger's alibi was neither not preserved or has been withheld, the filing said. Uh-oh.
Okay, so like, do you think he did it or do you think he didn't do it? Because like, this is kind of a good thing for like, if he didn't do it, that like, yeah, guys, I have my location on my phone. I was miles away from the attack, but he also is doing criminal justice in school, so he may have just paid somebody hey, or take my phone, go take a drive, while he goes commit murder. So like, who knows?
Mm.
There it is.
Oh. Oh damn. Why
Wait, what
does he
happened?
look like that too? He's like, could somebody
happened?
please pre-screen these
No,
photos?
I put it in the
In Discord chat.
Discord chat. All right, let's see what else we got here.
So wait, do you think the guy did it or do you think he didn't do it? Because
Okay.
I still don't know.
I mean, I don't know how much credence I would give to cell phone ping data because, okay, this guy is working for a doctoral in criminology. Okay, you want to establish an alibi? Okay,
Yes.
Hey, dude, I've never met before. Here's my cell phone. I need you to drive around with it over there for 5 hours and link up with me back here and give it back to me. Okay.
It's possible. I'm not saying it's impossible. I'm just saying.
I mean, if you're out to commit if you're out to commit a murder, I mean, I know maybe I've watched too many fucking movies, but first of all,
Brent's about to dox himself.
I mean, given the guy's academic background, I mean the suspects, I would assume he would be familiar with a lot of things, and if there was a person that was planning to get away with a murder, I think
it would be the theoretical perfect murder. Yeah, don't get me wrong, but
I mean,
man, that would have to be a lot of planning, and there would be, as Miles said, a co-conspirator. So,
well, I mean, I could be wrong here, but he wouldn't even have to give his. He could get himself a burner phone, or he could get a burner phone and put the SIM card from his phone in burner phone, and let somebody go drive around. Okay, so
that's, I mean, it's something people should do, but this is possible. This is what he did.
I'm saying that this could be done. I mean, I think whatever evidence this so-called expert brings, I think should be presented to the jury and should be taken with a grain of salt.
Or he's defending his dissertation. Moving on.
Fair enough. Yeah.
He's going the whole way.
He's going all
He's
the way.
He's going all in. Yeah.
All right. Let's see. Let's do one more. Let's start with. Let's do the AP.
AP. Hopefully, I did not close that one out. I've got. Is that it? No, that's NPR news. Oh, hold on.
Not to be confused with NPR.
Right,
not
right.
NPR.
Not to be
Can't have
confused.
that.
Not to be confused. Let me go back to dump and find that one. I thought I
Here,
had.
I will put it in the chat. Yeah, give me a second.
Yeah, throw it in the chat. That'll be quicker. There we
Here it
go.
is. All
Oh
right.
yeah, I saw this one.
This is from the AP. House Ukraine Israel aid package gains Biden support as Speaker Johnson fights to keep his job. President Joe Biden said Wednesday he strongly supports a proposal from Republican House Speaker Mike Johnson to provide aid to Ukraine, Israel, and Taiwan, sending crucial bipartisan support to the precarious effort to approve a $95 billion in funding for the U.S. allies this week. Before potential weekend voting, Johnson was facing a choice between potentially losing his job and aiding Ukraine. He notified lawmakers earlier Wednesday that he would forge ahead despite growing anger from his right flank. Shortly after Johnson released the aid proposals, the Democratic president offered his empathetic support for the package. Quote, "The House must pass this package this week. The Senate should quickly follow. I will resign this into law immediately and send a message to the world. We stand with our friends. We won't let Iran or Syria succeed. I mean Russia. Russia.
Yeah, we need to get actual audio of the quote because I'd like to see how much the writer here helped Joe out.
Mm-hmm.
Really did. And I it,
Come on, man.
it's just Johnson's must be compromised.
He must be.
Yeah.
He's got to be compromised.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what he'd be compromised
I'm not
for.
putting money on it, but I'm not saying I'm not putting money on it.
We should check
mean-
some flight logs. I don't know.
Yeah.
Said
Either
that.
that or maybe Mardi Gras.
Right.
Fair enough. I mean, he is from that part of the world.
Aren't
He
we?
is.
Oh, wait. He's one of those people that the people vote on, right?
What do you mean?
The people of his district in Louisiana voted him, for his seat in the House. The House Republican caucus placed him in as Speaker.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Yeah.
so those people in Louisiana, what happens or when is their next election or whenever?
Probably
mean-
November.
So theoretically, if people in Louisiana, this small district in Louisiana, votes this guy out, that means there's no more dude.
No, T-Bone. First of all, it's not going to happen this cycle. I'm pretty sure Louisiana has already had the Republican primary, and I'm pretty sure because Johnson was Speaker, he was probably unopposed in said Republican primary. As the incumbent in that district, that he has a significant advantage. He will probably be reelected to his seat come November. The only question is, will there be enough Republicans reelected or retained seats in the House to maintain their majority? I'm thinking it's not looking great for the House Republicans. I could be wrong here. I hope I am. But it is 6:57 p.m. We got to shut the hell up and get ready to turn the stage over.
Yes,
Do some
sir.
shilling, guys. I want to hear what you guys have to shill.
All right, so we've got Roman Nation 10 p.m. on Saturday. That's this week's segment, the 19th Amendment.
Ooh.
Guys,
Put
if
'em
anyone
up,
doesn't
put 'em
know,
up.
The 19th Amendment, guys, the 19th Amendment is the amendment where we allow the women, or not we, the people allow the women to vote. Yes, but they don't have to go into the army or do any of that stuff. Yeah, that one.
Listen,
There we
send me
go.
back to the kitchen. I'll be good.
There's another show going on Saturday. Would somebody like to shill it?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we got a couple. First of all, you want to check out The Leftovers, which we've got plenty this week. That's going to be at 2 p.m.
I
on
saw
Saturday.
that, Biddy. You were like,
And then of course our fearless leader here on Midday Rush, Roman Nation. Yeah, that's 10 p.m. on Saturday, so you don't want to miss that. But seriously, time's getting short. We got to turn the
Guys,
stage
we
over.
on Timcast 8 p.m. Danielle D'Souza, Gill. I don't know her last name, but guys, thank you very, very, very much for listening in to our very own Midday Rush. I am your host, T-Bone. That is the boss, Roma Nation, the lovely, lovely Elizabeth, and the wise man himself, Brian. Please end us out, good sir.
All right, Discord folks, get off my lawn, but stay on the sidewalk. You want to stick around for the Pretard cast. YouTube watchers, this stream is about to end real quick, like right after I end this stage. So, but thank you all for your views on YouTube, yeah, that's about it. Thanks, guys. See you later.
Bye, guys.